here, and hi everybody, welcome to Legacies of Caine. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade. If you're joining us for the first time, go check out the VODs on YouTube. There's a lot of them. That's where you're going to find the majority of what's going on in this adventure. But
Cantus, if you lean a little further forward, we can hear you a little better.
Is it because I put the pop filter in front of it too?
No, the pop filter won't block sound that much.
I don't know what's going on.
You just have a habit of leaning backwards.
I do have the habit of leaning backwards. Leaning backwards is nice, but it's also because I can't get this chair under my desk because my desk is an entertainment center. So, I mean, like...
New desk, new desk.
I know, but I gotta clean up some stuff, and that's effort. Anyway. Work. Probably should be putting some in. Yeah, last week, our group found themselves in Kenya, and we're looking for some ruins at the bottom of Lake, Logapi. I think I'm saying that correctly.
I thought it was Logopi.
It might be Logapi. Close enough.
No, that's the Pokemon.
Togepi, whatever.
The lake that evolves into Togetic.
Yeah.
Now that one I know is Togetic.
Because it's a big old tick, and like it sucks your blood. Because frickin' fairies.
It is most certainly not Togetic, it is Togetic.
Oh, it isn't like Logopi, it's like Turkana. That's right, like Logopi was
Right.
the other one. I'm
That's why. Yeah, I remember. Like I looked for it, and I'm like, I don't remember this, and I found it. And I was like, oh yeah, Lake Turkana.
Yep, Lake Turkana. And you did find some ruins, but you also found a large number of crocodiles.
And I got extremely lost and rolled a ton of ones.
Yeah. And these crocodiles do not seem friendly towards you. And so far, your plans to defeat them with a single hippo didn't work very well.
I mean, the plan was for multiple hippos. It's just that Duncan was only, Samuel was only able to attract one hippo.
There was only one hippo in the area, unfortunately. You know, that's the problem. It's like, you know, he called out to the hippos. There was one there, and it's like, sup, how's it going? Yeah, you know, Rogue Bull over here, looking for some ladies. How's it going? I don't know why I make him New Yorker. All my animals are really weird accented. Anyway,
It's an easy accent to slip into. So, our
do
plan
love me
is...
some
I
African
walk in here.
our plan is,
Our
yes.
plan is to hopefully get out on the lake via boat.
Yep.
And the four of us are going to drop down and clear rubble and investigate as quickly as possible while Dawn ideally leads them a merry chase around the lake.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, you can head out back to the docks. Oh, sock. That's right. Can't roll around. Blame you, cat.
No. Docs is in yesterday's game.
Ha 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 ha. Anyway, yeah. So it's the next evening when you return to the dock area where the boat is still. And strangely enough, or not strangely enough, I should really say, the docks are still covered in a number of crocodilians. They seem to be hanging out at this point in time.
Presence animals?
Does presence work on animals? I don't know, but I can find out. Potence. Presence.
So, important question, is the albino also there?
No, it currently is not.
Or at the very least is not visible.
Yes. Because there could be some in the water. There's about 4 that are lying across various points around the dock. There's like one, there's actually one right now on the boat too. It's just like kind of like it's crawled up onto the boat from the docks. It managed to get up on there. It's kind of like on the one front of the boat, kind of like leaning over a little bit, kind of like with 2 of its legs off the side, just loafing. They are very much in crocodilian loaf mode.
Anyone object to me killing some crocs? I kind of need some blood. not really many options around here to get it from.
Yeah, I mean, go for it if you think you could take him.
Well, fortunately, we have the miraculous wonders of technology and firearms at our disposal. And as far as I'm aware, the crocodilians do not. If they do, I'd be rather impressed as to how a crocodile can fire a gun. And also frighten. Right, well, I guess it's open season on the crocodiles then.
More or less.
Alright.
I guess I'm just gonna stand on top of the van so that even if crocodiles try to get me, they can't, and we can just drive away and just start firing on some crocodiles.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you have enough bullets? That's just...
We've never really tracked bullets, so you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Alright. Make a shot. Dex, firearms, shoot out of crocodile.
Wait, before we shoot at them, can we get an answer to whether presence works?
I don't think it does. I think it's supposed to mess around with mortal minds. And there's specifically a power, aka animalism, to mess around with animal minds.
Oh, so crocodiles aren't mortal. Good to know.
Not like
They're actual supernatural beings from beyond the ether.
not the kind I was talking about, but okay, yeah, sure. Humans. It's supposed to work on humans. There you go.
I mean, our only real other options are getting into melee combat with crocodiles. I don't really feel like doing that. Especially since I'm already wounded. And have been for like 2 days at this point.
Yeah.
Alright. So, anyone join me in the shooting of crocodiles?
I'm not there.
Who's
Otherwise,
not
I
there?
would. Emil isn't. Emil took the people on the bus, the party.
They found
bus
you.
away.
They found you.
Previous day.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
the next thing.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
got it. We were turning that. I missed that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I joined in the shooting then.
Okay. Roll your gun plus 7. Your gun's damage plus 7 damage dice.
What is my gun? I mean, I
that's
know I have like a
spectacularly
rifle. I
bad.
just don't know how to.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here.
Number ones don't count against damage.
Yeah, they just don't count as hits or damage, I believe. My
But
2 hit was much better than my damage dealt.
All right.
I was just clear.
Yes. With the first shot, you hit into one of the crocodiles, seemingly doing some damage to its back. It leaps into the water along with all the other crocodilians, kind of scattering.
Well, no blood, but clear docks now.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I don't even have to shoot.
Damn it, I really want to.
Would you like me to go prepare the boat for departure
that?
unobtrusively
That
while
would
you
be
guys stay?
wonderful.
Yeah, let me do that. Alright, I'm gonna do that.
You certainly get the distinct feeling you are being observed.
Even while I'm obfuscated?
Oh, you're gonna obfuscate?
Heck yeah.
Oh, then yeah, you're fine. You still like get this like funny feeling that like, you know, there's certainly like things in the water that you can't see, kind of thing.
Oh, I'm certain that there are.
Also, the boat kind of smells now.
You know what? I will offer to pay for it once this job is done.
A croc did get on board it and was there most of the day, so I mean, it kind of made its mess on the boat.
Wonderful.
Yep. So I will get the boat mostly unhooked from the dock
Mhm.
and ready to go so that they can just jump out, jump to the boat, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, certainly you can get things together very quickly. Everybody can kind of rush over, kind of leap into the boat, and you can go pretty quickly.
Cool.
You will definitely notice that, like, occasionally, like, you know, there'll be those eyes poking up out of the water.
Hey Samuel, would you like to check for the albino?
Yeah, somebody grab my shirt. I'm gonna stick my head in.
You're going to. All right. Well, grab your shirt then.
uh,
Are you certain that sticking your head in there is wise?
That's usually how I check for it.
That's not an answer to the question, but very well.
all right, perception alertness. Go ahead and roll it. All right, yeah, you take a look around. You don't see any signs of it. So, like, everything seems clear in the area. Then again, there is the distinct problem that, like, as I said, the water here isn't that clear. So you're not getting, like,
Right.
a very far view. It certainly could be out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. I'm assuming this is at when you arrive at the location you kind of were last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, everything seems quiet on the water right now. Certainly, like, you don't hear anything. The lake just seems like a peaceful right now. There isn't even a lot of movement in the water. A few splashes off in the distance, but nothing close.
Yeah, I think he scared them all off.
Yeah, probably. All right, so
Hmm.
down we go, I suppose.
Indeed, Dawn, take the boat. Do circles or something. I don't know.
Too right, I do all the best circles in the world. Or is she supposed to be Scottish?
No, that's B.
Ah.
Yeah, she was the bad New Yorker accent.
That was Cockney accent, but still. Which was also bad. I was pulling a Dick Van Dyke, I think is what it's probably referred to as.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, before we go down, I'm gonna activate the eyes, what the actual ability's called, but see in the dark and heightened senses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I will as well, but I will also, I guess, go. Yeah, gas form.
Okay, so you're going gaseous form. Then, Leslie, you don't have to worry about the horrible fear you have of red eyes in the dark.
I actually had forgotten about that.
I remembered.
Thank you.
It doesn't come up very often.
It doesn't come up often.
No.
Fortunately.
It's almost come up several times with me, but
Yeah.
Why are your eyes so red?
because I often use the see in the dark ability.
Or
I can see in the dark.
I guess one of us would have to be solidly into the place. I just figured it'd be Dunk to
Yeah.
because he's the one.
So you're gonna have to deal with my eyes.
Do you have?
Yeah,
I can
Protean.
see in the dark. I'm so protean. Nobody believes I'm protean.
Leave it, Protean.
Thank
I
you.
constantly forget that you have protean at all.
I mean, I don't use it that often, except for when I go into the ground, usually. But
Fair.
Yeah, most of the time it's just he's using animalism to be like, sup. And the animals are like, sup.
exactly.
Okay.
So,
So, alright. I assume then you are diving down into the water.
Yeah.
diving, falling, same difference.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. You'll certainly sink down deep into the water. A few hundred feet down, past the mid-level of Lake Turkana, and down into the area of the slopes to the rift at the bottom of this lake. You'll drop pretty fast, which is good for you, because it means it's less time that if there's something around you, that it can deal with you. And soon you'll find yourselves kind of on the slope area. It doesn't take long for Samuel to navigate the group over to where these ruins were, and to where the rubble is covering a door.
Right.
I gotta check something here just a little bit. Oh, whoops. You're fine for now. There's certainly, like, you can already feel like this is not great for you to be in regardless. You know, the depths of the water, even 200 feet down, like, the other people were using gaseous form to check stuff out, you know. Now when you're physically down here, it's certainly different, and you can feel, like, the pressure on you. You know, all of you have a weight on you that's certainly affecting your bodies a lot more than you would think. You're probably not so bad at this depth, but you can definitely see why the idea of walking along a sea bottom doesn't seem like a great idea, because you physically don't have the ability to resist the pressure, like with how your bodies are made. Not very well, at least. But yeah, there's some wreckage in the way. Ruins. You could... Mm-hmm. That's exactly. Blurb. But
Yeah.
I don't think you can even make, like, noise, really, because, I mean, like, I don't know. Sort of.
Yeah, I'll help lift. I'll shift back and help lift.
Okay. Can all of you give me a perception alertness roll, just to keep an eye out on things? And then whoever is helping with the lifting, I will need you to, I think, let me see here. Okay, got some good success from Samuel, nothing from Emil. Good success from Nathan.
What is with? Apparently my character just doesn't do well underwater. Did you see my roll tempest?
Yeah.
They all got called out by successes.
I mean, yeah, they did get all canceled out there. No, it was not a botch on that one. That's,
Thankfully.
yeah.
But that was 3 ones.
You're getting them all out before we have to deal with the crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
That's my aspects of 2. So difficulty 4.
I'm hoping.
Okay. And then I need whoever is working on getting stuff out. I need you. Let me just check if there's a skill that would apply to lifting. It might just be a straight strength for lifting and moving things like this. Yeah, I don't think there's necessarily a skill or the talent that would fit in this case. So just roll me strength then.
Athletics probably.
Athletics?
Let me look up if athletics has lifting associated with it in the book, because I got the book open anyway.
I feel like athletics or brawl could work.
Athletics, maybe. I thought about athletics, but it was also like, I don't know on that one, actually.
Like, brawl includes, like, grappling and holding and lifting and stuff, at least in combat.
Yeah. Athletics consists of a form of running, jumping, throwing, swimming, sports, and like. How athletics doesn't cover basic motor actions such as lifting weights, nor does it govern athletic feats covered by another ability such as melee. So yeah, I think straight lifting is straight strength. There's no, like, apparently, I guess it's just like a strength training. Straight up strength.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to make sure, yeah.
I assume I can add my potence to it at least.
You can add your potence to it at least, so.
I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna burn blood just to get one automatic success at least.
Okay. So you're converting one of your potents to automatic success?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
And that's +1, so that's a 5.
Yeah, you're actually doing a really great job of like lifting and moving these pieces of stone out of the way. Even Nathan seems to be contributing a little bit. Nathan's more like, seems to be more like kind of like making motions and like being more of a planning kind of person and kind of like adding the little bits of strength to like knock things over kind of things. Because
could I use leadership?
You're effectively leading them, kind of. I'll just say you are.
I get 2 bonus dice then.
Sure, why not? Roll your 2 bonus dice.
Not bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're working together to move the rubble out of the way. And it's a little time consuming because it's a lot of like heavy pieces of stuff, so you have to be careful when lifting it. Because even though you've got the strength for it, it could still like damage your body if you're not careful lifting something heavier than you need. And many of these pieces are too heavy to like lift all the way out of the way, and it's mostly maneuvering them so they get out of the way. For the most part, other than that, things are quiet. Nathan, you and Leslie, like, you occasionally have to pause and be like, is there something out there? It's like you see movement, but then it's just a fish or something, There's a few of them down here at the bottom. Not a lot of fish, but there are still enough for it to be noticeable. Samuel, as you're observing, as you're not distracted with working on the stone, you begin to suspect something else is out there. Just a few times occasionally, you think you see something big move in the shadows, in the muck and murk. It's just for a second. You're not sure.
Can I use my what's it called? Heightened senses? Look at that. When I see it.
It's more like there's some movement in the muck and the mud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like there is a cloud of stuff in the air down here, or the water, I should say. So it's like it makes vision kind of like obscured, but then you kind of like see movement of something. Now, granted, you're not sure how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
Seems maybe at least as long as a man, could be a lot bigger, but it's out there. Could be a big fish, could be something else.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
Watch this monster.
You are in a pretty big lake, so big fish could be in here. You're not sure.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of let them know that there's something big nearby. Just gonna be like, hey guys, there's something big nearby. I don't know what
How
it
are
is.
you communicating with that underwater?
Oh fuck. I don't know. I go over to Leslie, like tap his shoulder and point. So I imagine Leslie.
Point and then hold your arms out.
Yeah.
So like a man holding a big fish.
Yeah. Just.
Oh, he wants a hug. Why do you want a hug now? No. If Samuel's tapping my shoulder, then he's probably concerned about something. So I'll turn around and watch.
But you could take a look around for a little bit. You don't really see a lot. After a little while, you will like notice like there does seem to be more things moving around in here than you initially noticed, just because you were distracted a little bit with working on moving things. But yeah, some things are out there. Maybe more than just the little fish you've been seeing.
Well, not much we can really do aside from getting into this place, so gonna try to impress the need for urgency to the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my heightened senses going, just like keep a big ol' eye out.
Because I can't really. My guns are useless down here, and I really can't use powers much because I have almost no blood and I'm heavily wounded.
Yeah. If they try something, I'll turn into a animal of some variety.
All right.
So yeah, we're continuing to clear out.
Yes.
And hoping we can get in there before bad things, worse things happen.
Yep. So, you'll continue to clear out the stones and eventually get to the point in time where it looks like you could get the door open. Hey, Samuel, give me another check.
Yeah, is it perception alertness?
It is perception alertness, and your heightened senses would certainly apply in this case.
Reduce difficulty by whatever your aspect's rating is.
It, or is, yeah. Still, boost difficulty of 1. All right. What the hell did you just see?
I don't know. You tell me.
That's what I mean. Like, that's the kind of reaction you would have. Something very, very large, like car-sized large, moved by in your vision. Like,
Okay.
let me put it this way. Your brain would probably yell like, are there sea monsters down here? Because that didn't look like a crocodile and it didn't look like a fish. Unless just the muck and mires playing tricks on you. Which they could be. You are 200 feet down in, like, things using eyes that, like, you know, you're using supernatural powers to look through eyes, and you have no, like, masks or anything, so it's straight up vision underwater. So there's probably, like, some distortion regardless. Your eyes, even though they're undead, are still built more for surface. So maybe it was distortion, but it looked large. Very large. Some kind of massive body.
Fuck. I don't know. And obviously, it just...
And the rest of us aren't. Can we get that door open?
Yeah, get that door open. I'm like urging you guys to speed up, just like moving my hands around, waving. Because obviously you can't see it because it's already gone. But
can I try and figure out why Samuel is seeming even more agitated now?
Sure. If you want to take a look around too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working
at this
on the
point.
door.
At this point, I've started pulling some rocks, but I'm not as strong.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a strength of 2.
Okay, you're probably weaker than me then.
Yeah, as you kind of like take a look around, everything seems quiet for just a second until like.
Until a car moves
Was
by.
that a tail? Like a huge fish tail, like something you would see in the ocean.
There's a fucking whale in here, dude.
I'm gonna burn one of my last few remaining blood points and a willpower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna activate Shroud of Darkness or Shroud of Night.
Mm-hmm.
Relation called 7. 1 guaranteed success to make sure this does go off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hang on, I need to check something really quick. Because if I remember right, that's the size? Each additional success doubles the diameter of the cloud. So 6 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with 10, then it goes to 20, then it goes to 40, then it goes to 80, then it goes to 160, and then it goes to
320.
320 feet diameter cloud that nothing can see in.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I just feel like I don't know how big feet really is. If this was in meters, hang on, I'm converting this so I have any sense of scale. 320
This
feet.
goes to the surface of the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100 meters.
So, like, this shroud of
Goddamn.
darkness just extends out far greater than you ever thought it would be, just shrouding an area in night and darkness. It's certainly a little confusing for the rest of you who are at the doors, as now there are, like, complete darkness around you.
I still can't see nothing.
Yeah, you couldn't really see
Yeah.
much as it was.
Well, okay, after doing this and filling like a good chunk of the lake with impenetrable, unseeable darkness,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab, arms and stuff of the other people and pull them all over towards the door
Okay.
and start working on getting it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just under the assumption right now that it was a giant squid and it inked us.
Anyway,
All right.
you can certainly get the door open then, finally. Inside seems to be a staircase, but it's weird.
Still full of water, right?
Yeah, like, this door was kind of at an angle. It's as if, like, the entire part of this ruins has sunk, in a way, into the muck. So it's like the building's completely on an angle. So instead of, like, being like a normal angle down, it's almost like straight down the staircase goes into the muck and earth
Fun.
with how the angle the door is. So yeah, this looked like it would have been, yeah.
Through structures.
I think no. I think it doesn't
Okay.
really go through structures, probably, and probably when you activated it, it probably would have gone out to its extremes at that point.
Gotcha.
So right now, inside the door, if you would actually move inside the door, is visible.
I'm gonna push them all through the door so they know what direction they're going
Mm-hmm.
and get them out of the cloud, and then I'll follow.
Okay.
So even though the one nice thing is though, even though we can't swim because we don't have like any buoyancy, climbing, as long as there's handholds, should actually be still relatively easy because if we're a neutral buoyancy or even just basically just since water's thicker, it's not as easy to fall and it's much easier to catch yourself. So we could climb down if it's just kind of like a straight down pit.
I mean, you could just drop down, and climbing up probably won't be too difficult. Well, some of you might be. It'll probably be still athletics related, and some of you might be much better at that. But also, one of you could easily carry one of the others, certainly, in this situation.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, just
What does
jump
this
down.
look like for Dawn?
Oh, God. I'm going to roll something here.
She's been around me enough to know what this is.
That's fair.
She either
She was joyriding in a boat. Things are going to go terribly for her.
Oh no.
That's only if she was directly above us, because it is a sphere.
Yes. Alright, she's fine. She was at the time, she was directly above you. She doesn't crash horribly with the sudden darkness.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. As the strange sphere of darkness emerges from, like, which is not completely noticeable, but probably, like, if anybody would be on the lake, might run into something. Maybe.
Yeah. Ordinarily, I'd be able to shrink it, but I have no scale of reference for how far above me it currently is.
Nope.
So
Your scales of reference are not great right now.
I've never made it that big before, ever.
Can you close the doors behind us?
Yes. I forgot to say that. Yeah, I'd fall through them and close the door.
Okay. Then you'll fall down for quite a while. For maybe, like, 30, 40 feet. Before coming onto, like, an angled, stone room. This one seems like all kinds of, like, there's muck and stuff. and it seems to have, like, this structure, whatever it is that's sunk into the bottom of the lake, seems to have, like, certainly embedded itself into the muck. This area here seems flooded, though you do notice something strange. Like, those of you with heightened senses can sense there's strange noises coming from beyond a set of doors down here. There are 3 doors, one of which is obviously no longer anything because they're partially broken open and muck is coming into the room from the lake bed.
More feeling the vibration in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a, like, one that's kind of going to the side and one that's kind of going, well, down more, because, again, this room is angled down. So there would have been one that's opposite the drop from the stairs, and then one to your right. The one to the left, as I said, covered with muck. You know, it's... whatever was there is either gone or filled in with a collapse.
Yeah, I can't see anything, so whatever you guys do.
Well, Tantus, one thing for you in the background. Any mortals or animals caught in it have to make courage rolls or panic and flee.
Okay.
So have fun rolling for all those crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he'll probably just do one roll and then apply it to all of them. That's what I would do.
Anyway. What are you doing now that you're down here? Again, lack of communication because, you know, can't really speak to each other, but,
That's a good point. Are there any air pockets?
You don't see any in this room at very least. Doesn't mean there might not be any down here, but this room is filled with water.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep an eye out for that so we might be able to communicate a little bit.
Alright, if nobody else is doing anything, I'm gonna tap whoever is guiding me, point at my eyes, and then...
Well, you still have rudimentary dark vision, don't you?
No.
No.
Oh.
Normal vampires do not have even rudimentary dark vision.
Nope.
They can see at night, but they can't see in absence of light.
That is why both Protean and Auspex are fairly common amongst a bunch of different breeds of vampires, because not all of them, but most of them can have something that will at least give them heightened senses enough to understand what's going on. But certainly this is outside the realm of, not red eyes, but heightened senses, I would say, for, like, vision side, this is certainly outside the realm of it. You are in an area that is the absence of light. So, like, even if Nathan had heightened senses, it would not help right now. Like, the only thing... Yeah.
I guess I'll just be leading Nathan.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of Candy's glow sticks, but those are to be used purely once we find the model.
Yeah. Also, I have activated night vision because I had to go normal. I had to go out of gas to
help with the
thing, and so my eyes are now red because I figured it's better to be physical.
Yep.
For now.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah. Where were you pointing, Nathan? Again, you're getting led by someone. Sorry, we got
I was pointing at my eyes to indicate look, and then like this for around.
Yeah.
Because nobody's doing anything.
Well, no, I assume they already did. Like, just waiting on Tantus to like where.
I told you.
But then where did we fall to?
I told you, a room that's kind of at an angle, because again, it's like a similar angle to the door that you entered into. So this is obviously the room.
I said we're climbing. I said I'm climbing down.
Yeah, you're already all down there.
Okay.
To your left is a muck-filled doorway. To your right is a just normal doorway. In front of you is a doorway. You're sensing something with heightened senses in the door in front of you. Yeah.
Oh God, good. It's this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some kind of vibration or something from in front of you.
Hold on, I'm getting a sheet out I can draw.
Same.
You won't need to.
I do need to. ADHD brain.
Fine.
It really
Look,
is, but...
I can just draw one. It's fine. Just so I can keep my bearings.
I'm just gonna do this quickly and just draw something really loose. That's not drawing. Draw shape.
Okay, so left was muck.
Here is room. Here's tunnel that was vertical. Here is muck door. Here is normal door. Here is double door. There you go. There's a rudimentary map. So yeah, this area here, buried. This was the vertical shaft. It doesn't look vertical because this entire thing isn't on the angle that is appropriate. This room is on like maybe like a 90 degree, or wouldn't that be 90 degree angle? No, 45 degree angle.
45-degree angle?
Yeah, it's like on a 45 degree angle. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna poke my head into the left door.
You
Right
mean
door, sorry.
The right door?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. The door seems stuck.
Elbow shove.
Right, make your strength potence roll.
Strength. 2. 1 success.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of crack into it. Certainly it budges a little bit, but you feel as though maybe like there's something in the way on the other side.
In the meantime, I'm pressing up against the double door to see if I can somehow decipher what vibrations in the water would equal. Which I don't imagine I have a very high chance of doing.
I'm gonna say you probably wouldn't be able to understand what you're... Because the thing is, it's not like physical vibrations. You're hearing something. Something echo weird through the water. It's like a noise in the water, but you can't tell what it is. You know, because I don't think any of you are like skilled at diving and stuff, so you might not understand what a weird noise might be.
Could I try and use heightened senses to filter out the distortion?
Sure. I'm going to give you something without rolling.
Okay.
When Emil tried to shoulder into the door, it sounded as though the noise you were hearing was reacting.
When he elbowed the normal door, the sound coming through the double doors reacted.
Yes.
God,
Did
I
it
wish I could
react
communicate with fucking anybody right now.
Did it just immediately stop, or did it change somehow?
Yeah.
The noise lasted for a little bit, but it seems as though, like, the noise happens occasionally. Give me a
Tap,
intelligence
bang, bang.
athletics. Not athletics, intelligence academics check. Intelligence academics check. Sorry. I said athletics.
I'm really curious what an intelligence athletics check would be, though.
That would be I could understand. I could think of
Coaching.
That's a coaching role.
I like it.
Yeah. But no. You don't know. It's a weird noise.
Okay.
Hey Nathan, you who can hear this you can hear this noise a little bit too. I assume. Do you have heightened senses?
I don't. But I'm also standing right next to Leslie.
Yeah.
Leslie suddenly stopped and
Like was
So
concentrating.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this much then. You can kind of notice that like this entire thing kind of feels like it shakes a little bit when you people do stuff to it. Like the entire structure reverberates. Like maybe it's not as solid as you would hope.
Fair enough.
It's a good thing you have a camera. Pantomime what you're trying to pantomime. If you pantomime something, what you do. And I'll see if I can figure it out. Okay, I'm just use my intelligence for this. I have no idea what the other part is, but I am going to guess that I can figure out the other is wavy unstableness. down arrow potentially sinking more?
If that's what you want to guess, then sure.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
I will step
God, I
away
wish
from the
Nathan
door I
was
was
with me.
ramming then.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I mean. I at the very least got unstable. That's about all I got.
Well, no, Nathan's over with me. You're over at the other door.
Yeah, but I'm keeping an eye out. I have heightened senses.
He's feeling the motion of the water.
Yeah, I mean something's happening, and I look over and see him doing the shaky hand motion. I'm like, because I got that. I got unstable. It's about all I understood.
This, by the way, was tapping you.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna. I really wish he could see me, but I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay.
Still have a thing to get.
So you open up this door, and this chamber seems half destroyed, as if it's like settling into through the lake muck into like what seems to be like a stable area, probably rock, ground, as much. So it's kind of like there's like a rock bottom, as half the room seems to be kind of gone. You will notice there seems to be two things of note here. There is a small pocket of air, and some kind of tunnel in the rock.
I'm immediately dragging Nathan over to the pocket of air.
I mean, it is very tiny, so maybe like two of you could fit in it at a time if you're trying to talk to each other. And fortunately, you don't have to breathe, because it's like probably the most stale air in existence. But you know, it's physical air for talking if you want to be in it.
Stale and probably toxic if you needed oxygen.
Yeah.
Because it's probably carbon dioxide.
Now, what exactly were you trying to get across there? Is this unstable, wavy, something?
Pretty much exactly that, actually. The structure seems to be shaking a little bit because of us disturbing it, so we need to find what we need to find.
Hey, Leslie.
Careful.
Yeah.
Leslie. You realize now that some of the noise you were hearing was that shaking in the building reacting to this little pool of air.
What?
The vibrations when you were vibrating the building, because it's unstable, were making little waves in the air pocket.
Oh my.
Your lack of science-based knowledge and experience underwater meant you were like, what's that weird noise from down here?
Well, further good news. Pretty sure I just figured out what at least some of those noises were, and they're just this air pocket. It's just vibrations.
Great.
So,
Okay.
hopefully no creepy guardian of the lake temple or anything.
Except for whatever's presumably above us.
Well, hopefully it's either been frightened off, choked to death by the shroud, or just it still cannot see inside of it. As long as I don't try and cast another one, it's going to stay there. So, and I can move it, so as long as we get in and out quick enough, we can use that one to escape back to the surface.
Certainly. Let's try to avoid using it as much as possible. However, it is incredibly useful at this particular moment. So, we need to continue searching. Great job so far, team.
As I said, it seems as though this building impacted into what looks to be more of a natural tunnel. Seems to be the easy way to go right now, but you don't know.
Ready to go back under? Talking about anything because you can't see it.
Pleasure, Leslie.
Wonderful. Alright. I'm gonna put my hands back on his back and push him back under the water. Away we go.
Yeah, I mean, like Nathan, it was like this is probably the darkest area you've been ever. Like, it's probably really disconcerting because normally, even like in most situations, you lived in New York, you know. Even in most situations, there's like an ambient kind of light to most things, or like light that's left over, or you've brought light into dark situations. This is just prolonged, true darkness. So it certainly is disconcerting to you, I'm sure.
Meanwhile, I'm quite comfortable because this is basically the exact same thing as my darkness. It's complete and utter darkness. I'm at home in this. Okay, I guess exploring this room. You said there was an air bubble and then something else.
The tunnel. It looks as though like the ruins impacted into or sunk enough into the muck to hit stone at this point in time. So it's like you were very close to it.
Well, carefully continuing not to look at the other two people, because I know that if we're down here, they're probably doing something. Pretending that they don't exist down here and just leading the way with Nathan.
Okay. This tunnel's nice because it's actually like a normal like horizontal tunnel. There's no dropping and stuff, so it's kind of like walking along the bottom here, kind of pushing Nathan along with the others kind of trailing behind you. It kind of seems like this could even be like an underwater cave or something. You don't see signs that someone actually like messed around with this, physically made it. Eventually, though, it'll open up into a larger body of water underground.
Okay.
Like, you are on the edge of a massive body of water.
What do you mean on the edge of a body of water if we're already in the water?
Think of it this way, like, like, you're in this tunnel of water.
Yeah.
And you're on the side, like, think of, like, coming out, like, in a tunnel on the side of a pool. Like, the deep end of a pool. Except you look down, you look up. You can't tell. The water down here is actually much clearer, may I note. So you can see farther. But, like, you're now, like, this looks like some kind of underground lake of some kind.
Okay, this is probably going to come off weird to Nathan for a moment. But I'm going to pat him down to try and find the glow sticks and see how many we have. Okay.
I'm going to note something that you're easily able to notice here, especially with your heightened senses. The water here is warmer.
Oh man, somebody peed in the pool. Wasn't me.
Yeah, wasn't me. Well, we can't really swim.
I think I'm the only one here with eat food, so.
Yeah. Can't really swim.
Yeah, so one of them is one of those like bracelet things where you crack it and then you curve it into a bracelet and it'll stay on your wrist.
Yeah.
And the other one is one of the more traditional, like this long, crack it and it glows bright green.
They're not even exploration glow sticks or camping or hiking glow sticks, they're rave glow sticks.
They're rave glow sticks, yes.
Oh god, okay, good.
I said I got them from Candy.
Yeah, I should have known what that meant immediately. But for some reason in my head I still went, oh, Candy always is prepared for everything. She just randomly has some cave diving glow. Oh god damn it.
She probably had some interesting things for like going on a safari in Africa in the party bus, just in case, but not for cave diving or cave exploration. That certainly wasn't on her agenda.
We do a different kind of spelunking together.
Exactly.
You know, whatever the two of you spelunk is between the two of you, and I'm quite happy to keep it within your bedroom.
There's no problems with spelunking between two consenting adults.
I'm going to push Nathan up against the wall of the tunnel, and then pat his...
Oh my.
Shut up, you kinky fucking vampire. Pat his shoulders to try and symbolize, like, stay here.
Uh-huh.
So I can see him, so I can see if he's getting this message.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm gonna hold him, put a little pressure downwards on his shoulders, and then pat down to see if he just like stay here, and I'm gonna back off a bit.
He'll put his hands against the wall and lean against it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
And I'm like, and I'm kind of like pointing at myself, like, me too.
I'm not looking at either you, two of you. I know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing down here. I know what the two of you are doing down here.
Yeah, the two of you.
I'm not looking
the
at
three of you can see. So, like, you know, if you
That's
see Leslie doing something, Leslie knows you can understand to a degree. Nathan, all of you know, is completely blind.
Yep.
Nathan's effectively a blind man you're leading around down here.
Nathan also then disappears.
Mm-hmm. There will be something that you can notice, Leslie.
Yeah.
Like, it's very faint, but with your heightened senses and stuff, and because the water clarity is much clearer down here, there is some kind of light source above.
Above. Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna read something else really quickly.
It's at very least a decent distance away, which is the problem. You're guessing because you've also moved into the cliffside out, like, so, like, you know, this lake, you're not sure how far up and down it goes, you know? You've certainly gone down, certainly below the lake bed in a lot of areas, deep below the lake bed. So this strange underground heated lake, by cough, volcanic means pretty obviously, I mean,
we're literally, like, next to a volcano.
yeah. So.
Okay. Nathan's invisible, so and I put him up against the wall. I'm gonna assume he's fine there.
I'm right by the tunnel.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. The other two can see what I'm doing, can make their own decisions. I'm going to try and. So this is basically like a tunnel that, if there was no water, it'd be like a tunnel that goes out into a cliff, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try and swing myself around the edge of it and grab onto the wall and start climbing up it.
Okay. Strength athletics then. Difficulty, I'll say, let's make it difficulty 4, because the cliffside itself is a pretty challenging cliffside, I would say. It would be if it was normal cliff climbing. But with the fact that it's the water nature, the nature of water, which definitely provides a resistance. And even if you fall, you have a much easier chance of, like, catching on.
Yeah. Plus, you fall so slowly compared to falling in the air.
Yeah.
Difficulty 4, you said?
Yeah. I mean,
I
was gonna say, if you don't have air, the flesh and bone in you are still, like, you know, got some, like, ability to resist the density of water.
One thing I just realized that I may have been fucking up this whole time, because I'm used to the other sheets on Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
Does this sheet auto-calculate for the wounded states?
I don't know.
I think it does.
Yeah, I've kind of assumed it does.
Is the -2 a minus... does that affect the difficulty or the dice pool?
Dice pools.
Alright, well then I'm going to do a test roll here.
How many?
Dex by itself
Yeah.
would be 4 dice. If it auto-calculates, I should only roll 2. It does not.
So it does not
Ooh.
auto-calculate, unfortunately.
So all of my rolls to this point have been off.
That's fine.
In this case, strength athletics, +2 from potence, -2 from the thing, so it's just a flat roll of difficulty 4.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel better, because that would mean, like, any combat roll I've made in the past would have been significantly lower if it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just did it manually.
Anyway, 3 success to climb.
Okay, yeah, you'll climb up the side pretty well. Again, like, the fact that, like, the resistances of water and the nature of it make it much easier, and even when you make small mistakes here and there, you're easily able to correct a lot much. You have the opportunity to. And even like, if you don't, like, really, like, you can still swim to a degree. It's not as effective
through the water.
Yeah, you don't have buoyancy the same way, but still making the motions of swimming and using your own strength means you could make progress with swimming. You know, you can make movement through the air, through the water.
Well, I more think if you fall away from the cliff for whatever reason, you can swim closer to it while sinking to grab back onto it.
Yeah, but you'll make it up. You're not sure how high you go, but eventually you will see that it will emerge into a pocket of air at the top.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm gonna be looking around, like, if I can see the edges, and just, like, be very carefully examining the edges of this pool as far as I can see up and down, in an attempt to see if there's any other cave entrances or exit areas, like other caves.
Yeah. You don't see any.
Okay.
Not nearby, at least. Not with, like, like, as I said, this water is much clearer than the normal lake water.
Yeah. Can I not see across it?
No. It goes farther
Okay.
than your vision, even. So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
you know.
So even along the edges. Okay,
like-
but I can't see any along the edges.
Like, it's clear, but water still, it's not perfectly clear, so you have better distance of sight, but not full distance of sight, you know, so I'll say that. So eventually things will muddle out on the edges of your view in any direction. Enough that even you can't see down. Up, you know, like, probably where Leslie is like, just a little bit outside the vision before you're finally getting to that point in time.
We had already said down and up. We can't see the bottom, but I was just curious if maybe we could see across.
So yeah, you've gone up a pretty decent distance. There is a pocket of air.
And you said there was light here too, right?
There is. There is. Looks like some kind of weird moss growing on the ceiling here.
Can I estimate how long it took me to get up here?
Hey, it was good. How much of it's growing up there?
No, how long it took me to climb up.
Maybe between 10 to 15 minutes. You think you maybe had to go up? Well, I'll put it this way: with the climb and with that, I'd say you think you had to go up maybe a little less than 100 feet. Probably at this point in time, because you've gone deeper into like where that. Because remember, it was a pretty good slope that room was on. You might actually have gone beyond the slope, and you're actually like now maybe right below the muck of the normal lake bed depth, where most of the lake is kind of at the depth of.
Hey, Nathan, how much do you weigh?
Oh, I'll also say here, you know the air in here is probably incredibly toxic. You can sense it. You don't need to breathe, but you can smell it, like, in the air. Probably these moss here are surviving on, like, minerals and stuff coming from vents. Volcanic stuff. It smells very volcanic in here.
Sulfur.
Yeah. So it's probably like this is like a weird chemical moss, similar like to those vents that has a lot of weird life in it, except some kind of moss adapted to it in here in the cave. Kind of neat, actually. It's probably a unique species that only appears here.
I mean, Nathan's a reasonably solidly built 50-year-old, so I don't know,
200-ish
200,
pounds.
250.
250.
Oh, I'll tell you, like,
Yeah.
above the water, it's about, like, actually, like, between 10 and 15 feet before the ceiling.
Mhm.
So, it's not a huge area above the water. Not like a really big
A lot
vault.
bigger than the other one, though.
Yes.
If this was D&D, we'd have rope.
You would have rope if it was D&D. You're on a D&D adventures as vampire characters. Isn't that wonderful? I love that. You suffer for it because you're not built for it.
I mean, we wanted rope, but the rope is how we're getting back to the boat.
Yeah. We didn't anticipate this. Because I'm trying to think of a way to get you... Well, first off, trying to think of a way to get you up. But the problem is, then on the way back down, how to get you down back into this tunnel safely when you can't see anything.
I mean, we could two-person it if you need.
What's up there that's worth going to?
I don't know yet. Currently, the thing going through his head is like just getting you to a point where you can. This is going to sound bad, but where you can be useful.
If there's nothing up there, I can't. So,
Well, no, it'd at least give us a spot where we could talk to you, and there's no sunlight, so we don't have to worry about. All right, I'm just gonna. How big's this air pocket? Is this like a cave up here, or?
It goes on for a while. Because you can see a lot better, like if you're looking out, you estimate like you can see that this roof goes on for a while, and then it starts moving up and out of view. It seems as though there's a lot of this moss on top of the cave roof, regardless. So, like, you know, it starts to vault up again and starts to get like diagonally taller. Probably again, following some natural areas of the lake bed or something. You know, you're assuming that there's like a certain, like, just from the movements of the cave roof. It stretches
there
over
any-
pretty far. Like, you can actually see pretty far. It kind of moves over, like, probably a few hundred feet that way and a few hundred feet that way before it seems to be curving in. So it's some sort of, like, large basin. You probably could go around the edge, but again, you're not sure how far out across it goes. And the roof, you lose sight of it. The glow is pretty good here. You know, like in this area, the glow is pretty bright. You know, it's like, there's a lot of this glowing moss. It's just, you know, it diffracts off the water pretty decently, pretty quickly, because it's not sunlight. Certainly.
Wait,
Is there
so
any,
the sun
like,
isn't a big
walkable
ball of glowing
ground?
moss?
Wait. What was the questions?
Sorry, I just made a joke. Wait, the sun isn't a giant big ball of glowing moss?
Uh-huh. Anyway, Carpe, you were asking.
Was there any ground that he can walk on? At
Up
the
here,
surface
no.
anywhere?
Not at the surface. And it drops
Okay.
down still farther, and you're not sure how far
Okay,
down it
so
drops.
it's not like there's ground up here. It's just a big air bubble that mosses onto the ceiling.
There
That's it.
could be ground. It would be out of your sight if there is.
Okay.
I'm saying. In your area, there is no ground.
Well,
It seems as though probably what's going on is, again, this cavern is probably on a sort of diagonal, and water's filling up part of it, you know, is what it kind of looks like. You're not sure if the bottom of this underground lake is the same way either, though. If it's on a diagonal or flat and just deeper on one end. I mean,
alright. Well,
if there is going to be land, more than likely it's going to be across this, as like with the ceiling vaulting up. That's a much more likely that something's emerging from the water, you know.
I'm gonna go back down to the tunnel entrance to get my bearings
Mm-hmm.
from there. And again, the other two can do whatever they want because, yeah. I already went up. I'm gonna go down,
Okay.
straight down from the tunnel.
Easy enough. I'm not going to make you roll to go straight down. That's pretty easy.
Should have brought flippers.
That would have been a good one, too. There's a lot of things you could have brought. That would have been great.
Do we have any of those things?
Not
I feel like, I mean, like, again, I didn't even know we were, like, into the next day when we started. I mean,
Well, the thing is, we didn't really know that it'd be this.
true.
Involved.
Yep.
True. I thought it'd be like an underwater structure that we'd just be exploring.
Straight down.
No, what happened is the underwater structure was a structure that probably existed above this structure. So it's two different civilizations worth of structure. And they're like, hey, those ruins were on top of the other one. They didn't say that,
Fun.
but that's probably what is going on.
I'm going to...
Oh, did I
I'm going to
freeze?
climb sideways
Okay. You're
along the
gonna...
wall.
Okay.
Just to kind of in like one direction for like 10 minutes and then in the other direction for like 10 minutes, just to like see
Okay.
kind of if there's anything horizontally nearby.
Roll the Dex Athletics. Or Strength Athletics. Did I say Strength Athletics before?
Yes.
What was
Strength.
the difficulty?
3? Or 4?
4.
4. Difficulty 4.
Woo!
Yeah, you're fine. You climb along the wall. Yeah, you don't notice any other openings into this cavern, at least on this part of the wall.
Okay. With that, can I also spend some time climbing down then?
If you want to try to climb all the way down, you can.
Okay.
And I just already dropped.
Yeah. It's gonna be a heck of a climb down. Like, just dropping down, kind of like you could do it.
I'm going to take one of Nathan's glow sticks. I'm not going to crack it, but I'm going to take it, just in case.
Okay.
How are you gonna get it away from me?
Yeah.
Right, you went obfuscated. Never mind.
Also, I'm not going to give them to you.
It's the only thing that will allow him to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. I don't need it. He
Yeah.
does. Okay, yeah, never mind. I don't know where my brain was going, but I thought maybe there'd be a way for me to signal people, but... Yeah.
mean, it would make a great signal, but
Yeah.
that is not what we are able to use it for.
Yep. Okay.
You'll drop down far. I mean, much farther than you've been before. I need you to make me an athletic stamina check. Fortitude would apply. I'm gonna say difficulty 5 right now.
Okay.
This is for Emil. Certainly.
Oh, my drop isn't as far.
No. You're
Those
dropping to the
successes,
tunnel.
those dang ones again.
Emil
Oh, no,
is...
I went to the tunnel, and then from the tunnel I was dropping straight down from there.
Oh, so you're both dropping? So
using-
you'll need to do it.
yeah.
You'll need to do it too then.
10. Hold on. I'm just trying
Difficulty
to see.
what?
5.
Yeah, no, my stamina specialty does not apply.
Mm-hmm.
Don't screw me. Whoa, okay.
You drop down. Each of you, both of you, drop down. Approximately, you think maybe 200, 250 more feet, and then you hit a bottom.
So how far down are we total?
From the surface of the water you're at right now, probably at least 350 feet down from the water here.
Oh, that's still not that bad.
Still not that bad,
Yeah.
but your
So-
bodies aren't built for pressure like a normal person's or anything. You know, you don't have air pockets and stuff, so, you know, you don't have protection against pressure, but your bodies are maintaining it. You definitely feel like your bodies have like a weight on you right now. It's like, it's you're, you know, like, this is unpleasant, is what it is right now. It is highly unpleasant to be down here.
Yeah, let me know if I think it'd start causing damage.
Probably
'cause
not
then
at this
I'd turn to
depth,
smoke.
but if you
Okay.
if you drop down maybe like another 100, you might actually start taking damage to your bodies. I mean, you are much farther down than like where the lake bottom was, but like with this body of water, the pressure of it, you know, because
Yeah, pressure can be weird in that way, where it's like you kind of go down, but then since there's a small hole, there's a calculation for it, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
At any rate, it is currently 1:40
it is
my
also,
time.
yeah, I was gonna say break time before we continue more, because I was gonna tell you both also, it is hot in the water down here, like 100-degree water hot. So it is very warm. Not because also you don't boil or die from being in heat. You don't have to worry about that as much. It still is incredibly unpleasant and can be also bad for you. Anyway, we'll take our one break here. We definitely went a little late than I wanted to, but we'll just take one break today then. So if you need a snack, drink, bathroom break, go ahead and take it. We'll be back in a minute for them being at the bottom of this mysterious underground lake. Boop. Boop. Welcome back. All right. So you're at the bottom of the water. The depth's unpleasant. You're still okay, and it's hot. So it's- yeah, it's unpleasantly hot.
I mean, I imagine keeping track of direction is rough, but I'm assuming we've ended up walking towards the volcano, basically.
This entire region is volcanic, so more than likely you're not walking towards a particular volcano that you know about. But since the entire region has volcanic material, like, it's a volcanic rift, is what you have to think about it as. So there's volcanoes up and down the rift.
Well,
Both this lake and the smaller lake, Lake Logopai, were created with volcanic activity.
Mhm.
So.
Well, I can't see anybody else. I don't know what Emil's going to do or what Samuel or
Well,
Nathan are doing, but
I mean,
I'm
I
just going
climbed.
What was that? Emil? You were saying something? You broke up. Was it me breaking up? I think it's me breaking up. Right, I'm back?
walk across the bottom.
So I
Yeah, you
climbed straight
climbed
down from the
horizontally,
pit.
obviously.
Like basically, while you were climbing up, I was climbing back and forth, and then when you reached, I climbed down with you, basically.
So,
Alright, well, then I'm avoiding looking at him. And
yeah.
I'm just walking out.
Okay. What do you want to do, Emil? You can follow, or you can go on your own. You can go back up.
Hmm. I'm trying to think of a way of marking this spot.
I don't know. It's all rock down here. Like, probably the bottom is like
Is there moss? Like,
probably down here. The water
Okay,
is a
then-
little cloudier towards the bottom.
well, I'm gonna take a rock and scrape off a chunk of moss near where we should climb up.
Well, no, the moss was up above.
No, I know. I'm asking if there's moss down here as well.
No.
Like, it doesn't have to be glowing moss. It just can be moss of any kind, or
In the
plants, or
water?
algae, or something.
There
that I can
probably
disrupt.
is material here, but like stuff that you could scrape off and be noticeable, that I'm unsure of if you could find any. Like, it's the unfortunate thing of like, you know, sure you can scrape the wall and maybe hopefully make a mark, but it's a tiny mark on a large wall. It's kind of
And
like,
very dark, even with our vision.
yeah, it's the
Well,
unfortunate.
that's why I was hoping for a large, like, plant.
Nothing like that down here.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
anything that's surviving down here is going to survive on the volcanic nature of this area, and probably they're going to be clustered along where the vents are.
That's fair. Don't have a glow stick. I really feel like my guy. Actually, why don't I have glow sticks? I've literally said I usually carry around like certain survival kit supplies, and I feel like no, that'd be more signal flares. Although signal glow sticks are also a thing.
Yeah, but you might have like signal flares that would sound more realistic to what you would have had in your supplies for survival.
That's
stuff.
fair.
And
Yeah.
I doubt we would have brought most of that stuff down into the water.
If I thought it was compatible, I would have, but
The flare probably not. Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Like
Because
if you
the flare.
want to say like you have like a survival tools or something like that, you know, certainly,
Yeah.
or like even like one of those like a knife, that's understandable.
Yeah, I definitely have a knife. That's just guaranteed.
One of those metal like ferro rods for like striking like, as much as like fire is not great for vampires, there's uses for it still in situations. So you might have like even like a ferro rod or something with you.
Yeah, anything I thought would be worth, or at least not be destroyed underwater, I would have brought with me.
Yeah. So you got some things, just I don't think anything particularly super helpful right now.
Yeah. Very well. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to. I'll stack some rocks in a weird way.
That works. That does stand out a little bit more than just marking it. So there's a pile of rocks that's definitely unusual because there's a few rocks here and there, but nothing piled up like that. Okay.
Yeah.
You start moving across the area. This ends up being a little bit of a minefield because, like, as I said, the water's hot down here. There are areas that are very hot. The vents. The vents are far beyond what your bodies will be able to take heat-wise. You know,
That's fair.
as much as like you are still undead, you don't have heat resistance necessarily.
No, I mean, burning water does really bad things to your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with how hot it is, Leslie's changing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
We can swim. Right? We just basically utilize strength.
Yeah, you should be able to swim. Yeah.
Okay, I'm climbing all the way back up
Mm-hmm.
to the surface where there's moss and glowing.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause-
I'm gonna stay on the bottom.
Okay, you're gonna try to
If
cross
I
the
need-
bottom.
if I'm having trouble, I turn into mist.
Okay.
Yeah, see, one bad hit from those vents and I'm dead. So,
Yeah.
well, torpor.
Yeah.
And then retrieving you is not a fun time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go back up to the very top. I'm just gonna try swimming across.
Okay. It will be a little bit more difficult than standard because you're not made to sing. I would probably say, like, in this situation, it's probably just going to be Strength Athletics difficulty 6.
Okay. Athletics.
I would have
plus
dropped the
2.
difficulty to, like, 4 or something, but you're a vampire, and I'm saying, like, you don't have buoyancy. So, I mean, you've got to take a little bit of extra oomph to stay at the surface.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a Star Trek moment here and try and argue for something.
Okay.
Can I apply both potence and celerity to this? Because, like, how quickly you can get your arms back up to push down again.
If you wanted to do that with celerity, you would have to spend blood to do that, I would have to say.
Okay. Different argument then. Can I use strength or dex instead of strength? I'm trying to keep myself.
Are you trained in athletics?
What does that mean? Do I have points in it?
Yes.
Yes. I have 2 points in athletics.
I think you could argue for a dex athletics then. Like you could have certain swimming types that are a lot more based on, like, you know, movements rather than fresh movements and stuff.
Okay.
Though
That gives me 1 more dice. I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, I mean, honestly, you're going to try to swim and not go very well. I mean, you are going to swim. You're just going to be sinking as you're swimming.
Okay. Repeated checks, maybe, I guess? I don't know.
You can try again to sort of refresh yourself at partially across. It's not so far you couldn't do that.
Okay. Attempt the second. Please don't sink more and go straight into a vent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, you're making yourself back. Why don't you give me 2 more checks and we'll see how it goes.
Don't fail, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail. Okay.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Don't
Okay.
fail.
You'll in fact manage to get yourself back up to the surface even. Like it'll like when you first went, you weren't like quite thinking about how this entire thing would be, you know. It's like you probably don't swim much as a vampire. You know, you haven't done that for like forever and you're like, "Oh god, that's right. I've got like, you know, it's like you have to have like a certain like, you know, force and stuff and like, you know, you're using like maybe like a side stroke or something." Meal. For you walking along the bottom, you can avoid mostly the vents. It's going to take you probably a lot longer than it's going to take Leslie. Let me put it that way. I will need you to at least make me 2 stamina fortitude checks, just because that's going to be dealing with some sudden spikes in heat from the vents.
Difficulty?
Just difficulty 6, standard.
And how many?
2 of them. I just wanted 2. That was a really good roll. Okay. The first one was really good. Okay. But you're good enough for both of your rolls, honestly
Funny
speaking.
enough, I can re-roll those, or those 10s should count as 2s, so that's a 5, because my specialty is tough as nails, so...
That would apply here. Certainly your toughness allows you to, like... But you get, like, spikes of heat from some of these vents that are, like you know, spilling out, like, the toxic material. Like, fortunately, you're like, oh, God, this is, like, awful. And it's a little, like, kind of harder to see and navigate, but you're doing a pretty good job of, like, kind of moving through them and keeping your bearings pretty well. Leslie, as you're swimming for a while, you'll notice that the roof will go up into, like, a pretty vaulted area. Maybe about 50 feet up at maximum. Eventually, though, you will see what looks to be ground.
I'm making for it.
When you get there, at first things seem like you kind of like get out. You're kind of like you're like feeling like, you know, a little bit of like, you know, you've worked a lot. The dead muscles like feel like, you know, you're like man, you know, if I don't think you as a human could have done this kind of thing, this kind of swim. You know, you're feeling it and you're like, oh god, I'm glad I'm a vampire at this point in time to like push yourself this hard. Looking around, you seem to be in some kind of like cavern. At this point in time, you see there's like columns of stone that seem to be coming down from parts of the ceiling. A lot more of that weird moss. The air in here is a little cloudy, but still pretty visible, like not like filled in. A lot of the material from down the volcanic area dissipates into the water, is fed upon and stuff like that. So some of it does get up here to feed the mosses and stuff that are growing down here. You see the remains of what might have been a dock of some kind, like a wooden dock down here. It's splintered apart. The wood looks like it's degraded, rotted away, or like been corroded away. But like, there's also like a small like path almost carved into the stone.
I'm just gonna wait here for a bit to see if Emil shows up.
Emil will eventually show up. Emil, you'll eventually get to the other side and have to climb up. But
Okay.
So give me a strength athletics difficulty 4. Climb the wall.
Bye, Mac.
Bye.
Strength, athletics, difficulty. No, not Puma. Difficulty 4.
Yeah.
3 successes.
You'll see Emil like eventually like crawl out of the water. Probably like the clothes on Emil are like looking like a little like, I wouldn't call it like, there's something a little off about them, like they baked a little bit or something, you know. Like some of the colors changed a little bit, you know, kind of things like that, you know.
Looking like they took the moon blast instead of me.
Yeah. So Emil definitely encountered a few things down there, but managed to get through. It looks pretty
Yeah,
unscathed.
have you ever air dried clothes after like you've gone swimming in a lake and they're just kind of like crusty? It's probably what they look like.
Yeah. You just try to heat dry it while still in the water. You know.
Not a good combo.
I mean, like, you don't clean your clothes in boiling water for a reason.
Wait, you don't? I thought everybody did that. You know, you don't just like, put some water on the stove and then dunk all your socks in it. Is that not what you're supposed to do? Have I been doing it wrong all this time?
Sock soup.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh, that's no.
Well, yeah. There actually are some things that you do want to clean that way, but
Oh yes, I know there's some things that definitely you want to clean with boiling. Certainly, but I thought most clothing you don't tend to do with that hot.
Please never say those words again in that combination. That's horrible.
I could have added the word gym to the front of that. That was ever so better.
At the very least, we finally got some sign of civilization, I suppose. Why on earth would be a dock down here? A little bit beyond me. But we have a path, so those we're going to be able to get our comrades over here very easily.
Yeah, the dock is like non-existent pretty much. It looks like it again, like you can see the remnants of where it was with some signs that it probably was a dock, but it's like, that's very degenerated.
Gonna follow this path, I guess.
All right, about 100 feet, or about 20 feet down the path, I mean, there seems to be a sign carved in stone.
Oh, I accidentally muted myself. I was gonna say, yes, if we want, I could take some time to figure out a good path to take us through with minimal heat. But that might take some time.
And it'd still be risky with Nathan not being able to see anything.
Yeah, just leading the blind, but yeah.
Now I feel much more comfortable leaving him where he is.
Very well. We'll go back for him when we have what we need. Or at least the destination we need.
What's Samuel been doing this whole time?
Honestly, mostly hanging out towards the entrance because I'm scared that the thing is actually a person is going to come in here.
Oh, the thing from... That's actually a really good thought. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah. I actually...
That's why I've just been chilling. I'm waiting for, like, something.
And now you know why I was invisible.
That's fair. See, I can turn to mist, so I'm not, like, worried. I just... I want to watch.
Precautions.
Yeah.
Right, then, yep, following the path.
There's some kind of sign that's sitting out.
Is it in... I almost said Enochian, but that's the wrong...
That's supernatural, buddy.
Property. Yep. Is it in ancient Macedonian or Canaanite?
Why, yes, it's in Canaanite.
Oh.
Which
What did it say?
It says, welcome, friends. Enjoy your stay. Enjoy the snacks and drinks. Please don't litter. And whatever you do, don't touch the flowers.
What?
Was this place swallowed quickly?
I'm just gonna Leslie's gonna take a moment and reread the sign to make sure he read that correctly.
Yep.
And that he's not mistranslating something.
Nope. I want you to remember one thing about who's probably in charge of making this.
Maquette?
No.
Friggin' what's her name? Whose name I've... No. Who?
Malkov.
Oh, god damn it! Right, that's the other M. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right, so,
The warning about the flowers probably is an actual warning about something, but you don't know what. And why would there be flowers down here?
So we are in air now, right? We found a pocket.
You are in a pocket of air now, and there's this.
There.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so, if we come across any flowers, don't touch them.
Understood.
Do not touch them. This is written in Canaanite. I don't understand what half of this is talking about, or why it is talking about it down here. Probably some messed up fuckery of Malkov's. Don't touch the flowers.
Very well.
Other than that, it wants us to enjoy our stay. Another one, don't litter. So, given that this is Malkov we're dealing with, just don't leave anything behind. Other than that, we're supposed to enjoy our stay and the refreshments and drinks. I hate this place. I hate this trip, this adventure. I hate this entire adventure.
I'll be honest, yes, this is actually probably a lot more disconcerting than most things. At least this part.
At least if this was a sign that said, "Beware ye who enter here, for there be beasties," I could comprehend why a sign may say that in the sulfuric volcanic temple under the lake. But no, we have, "Don't touch the flowers," because that is ever so helpful.
And enjoy your stay.
Well, I guess we follow the sign's instructions. Let's enjoy our stay down here at the bottom of the lake.
Very well.
Continuing up the path, watching for any other signs in Canaanite that I can read.
Yeah. The path goes for about 100 feet, and it comes across a small building.
Okay. Checking out the building.
It seems kind of quaint. Got everything's made of stone, very nicely carved, as if it's carved into the stone itself, or with stone slabs. Stone door, a couple of stone windows, nice sort of stone roof. Looks like it has a chimney.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say stone windows?
Stone windows.
I assume you mean the window sills, or...
Yeah, it's got the shape of the windows, but where there would be glass, it's just empty air. So it's got the bar,
Okay.
the barring made of stone, in place.
Okay. I was imagining stone windows.
Uh-huh.
Very useful contraptions.
You will also notice something. There seems to be a small path, much smaller one than the normal one, off to the right.
Probably to the flower garden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out the building first.
There's writing on the door.
Ah, good. What's this say?
Please enjoy snacks at the flower garden. Remember to pick up your key afterwards. Have a great day.
I don't actually think they imparted the correct knowledge of Canaanite in my brain.
Pick up your key?
Yeah.
Yep.
I am... Look, there's three possibilities here. Either I am reading this correctly, and Malkov is Malkov, I'm not reading this correctly because they messed up when they imparted the knowledge of Canaanite inside of my brain. And I can't actually remember what the third one is, so... They did just tell us not to touch the flowers, but are now telling us to go enjoy refreshments in the flower garden.
I guess let's do that without touching flowers.
Also, to pick up our key.
Yes. Look
I'm
for
assuming
key.
that these are instructions for when this place actually had living people here, but given that it
there
is
are current
Malkov...
refreshments, then there are probably people living
Living.
here.
Well, given that we're dealing with Malkov, these instructions could still apply. I'm gonna reread the sign because I've forgotten
Yeah.
exactly your wording. Could you repeat that?
Go and enjoy your refreshments in the flower garden. Pick up your key. Have a nice day.
So I guess we should, just in
Don't
case,
forget to pick up your key.
precautions, just in case. Maybe we try and go in here and find a key first, and then we go check out the flower garden.
Also, something about the door. There's no handle to it.
Mm-hmm.
No keyhole on it.
I'm gonna try pushing it open.
It seems like it doesn't move.
I'm gonna try sliding it. Maybe it's a sliding door.
Nope.
Hmm. Can I look through the stone windows?
It seems like would be equivalent to a quaint household of some kind. Probably circa, 2000 BC.
Okay, look.
Like a one-room
Bear with me
house.
here. I know this is gonna look stupid, but just bear with me for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
I'm so worried about this. I'm gonna get behind something.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You'll hear a voice in your head. Do you have your key?
I was actually trying to obtain it. I've figured this might be the place to obtain
Read
the
the
key.
sign. Do so.
Yes, the sign. It says to pick up the key, but it does not say where. My apologies.
It's at the flower garden. Go enjoy the party.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Then
Then I'll open the
where
door
are
for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh, perfect, wonderful.
Look, you can't see me.
Oh, I can't see you.
Oh no. You ain't one of the blood.
I am one of the blood.
No, not one of Micah's blood. He made a deal
Oh.
with me.
Oh, of course. My apologies. Is there something I should call you by?
No, I'm just a doorkeeper.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Very well.
Did I understand any of
nice
that?
No,
day.
you don't hear anything. He's talking to the air.
Got it.
Very well. Have a nice day. It's terribly sorry to bother you.
It's fine. Don't die. Most of them die.
Wait, what? What do you mean that most of them die?
Wait, who's dying?
Hello?
Not talking anymore.
Goalkeeper?
I know, but I heard him say, "What does you mean most people die?" And I'm like, "Wait, who's dying?"
Doorkeeper's not responding anymore.
You know, I'm actually now so very glad that
Okay.
that Samuel and Nathan aren't here. It just gives them more fuel for the belief that I'm a bloody loony.
I mean,
You heard that, right? You did hear that. You had to have heard that, right?
I heard you speaking to a door.
No.
Uh-oh. I think I froze up again. I really got to get this fixed. I don't know what the hell's going on.
We're going to the flower garden. Don't touch the flowers. We need to go get our key.
What's on with me?
Also, we were told not to die. Most of them die. Don't know what that means, because then he just fucked off.
Okay. Well, let's not touch any flowers.
They better not try and touch us either.
They probably will.
I so do not have the resources for this. I'm still crispy for Caine's sake.
Mm-hmm. Heading to the flower garden?
Heading to the flower garden.
All right. So you will come into an area that is what looks to be a small, like, almost garden patio, all made out of stone. And the flowers are made out of stone. There's a stone table with a set of stone chairs, what looks like maybe like a stone pot for like a tea or a drink, with stone cups, and look like stone cookies or scones. It's all made of stone. And in the back, there's like what looks to be a display of a nice stone flower up on a stone pedestal with a mountain of skeletons around it, all reaching up for it.
Mio, do not look at the flower. Just a guess, just a thought. But given everything else that we've encountered, don't look at the flower. Don't listen to any voices in your head, alright? I'll listen to the voice that was in my head before, but don't listen to any voices in your head. Don't look at the flower. Do not touch the flower. Right? Mio?
Very well.
Good. Glad we're on the same page here. Don't touch the flower. You see the skeletons just as well as I do. Something is going on here.
So, just because he keeps saying don't touch the flower, my eyes probably did drift over to the flower momentarily.
No, it's a nice looking flower there. It's really well made. Seems to be made out of stone. It's almost as if it's like a
look away though.
Yeah, it's a sculpture of some repute. Again, everything here is made of stone, as if it's been sculpted out of the floor itself. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's just look for a key.
Well, no, hold up. We were told to enjoy the refreshments in the flower garden. Now, I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to do that, given that they are made of stone. But perhaps we should sit down at the table.
Very well.
And get our key.
All right,
Very well.
You sit at the table.
Sit in the chair and sit down in it.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, not
Same.
Laker style.
Mm-hmm. Your cups fill with some kind of liquid. The cups that are attached to the table, may I note?
You're gonna try and lift the cup up.
No, it's stuck to the table. But they filled with some kind of liquid. And there seems to be like little puffs of steam coming out of the pot now.
You have some manner of smelling ability, do you not?
Yes. Oh yeah. What does? I mean, first off, what does it smell like since we've been in this place?
Like sulfur, volcanic gases.
I thought so. Can I get a sniff on this liquid in the cup?
Sure. You can roll me your perception, alertness. I'd say standard difficulty, so reduced by your smell bonus.
Okay.
Your smellness.
Okay.
That's a weird way of saying it. I tried.
Lightning, I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
I had to turn off Twitch, so what did Lightning say?
Time to get stoned.
Time to get stoned. I knew you would love that one.
Been thinking it.
3 successes.
All right. You don't smell anything. Like, that's the thing is, like, other than the air around you, you're trying to get close enough to delineate between it. Like, you're just not picking up anything from it. Like, it doesn't have a smell.
Smells like stone.
It smells like stone. I want both of you to roll your willpower, difficulty 8.
Damn it, I was gonna try something before that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna burn a willpower on this.
You can't burn a willpower in willpower rolls.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be bad for me.
Oh no!
Wow! Okay. Leslie. All of a sudden, there's this kind of strange glow coming from the flower, and you feel as though, like, you're like, oh my god. You feel like there's this compelling to touch it, but you resist. Emil's going straight for it.
I'd probably full out sprint.
Don't touch the flower!
I
Celerity. Fuck, I'll burn what little blood I have to go faster.
Yeah, you can certainly celerity up to him. How are you stopping him now?
Potence, also burning another blood.
Okay. Give me
Two automatic successes.
Again, give me strength, athletics, both of you, to kind of wrestle. Then I guess. Emil, you probably wouldn't burn blood on this one. I'm gonna say you're just compelled.
Strength brawl or strength athletics? What'd you say?
I'd say athletics because you're more just like you're not trying to punch each other. You're trying to one's just trying to grab, the other's trying to hold you back.
I'm gonna say because brawling also includes grappling. Can I use brawl?
Sure. I'm thinking probably not on Emil's end because he's not trying to grapple
Fair.
you back. He's just trying to get to that flower. No matter
That's
what,
honestly,
that's
it's honestly probably better because my brawl is better than mine.
that flower is so beautiful. You must have it.
I also have a specialty in brawl in submission holds.
Oh
Does
yeah,
that apply?
it will apply. Sure.
Okay. So strength, brawl,
Mm-hmm. And some
difficulty what? 6.
difficulty 6 is contested roll.
Okay. +2, -2. 1 on max success. 4 successes.
Yeah. You managed to hold Emil back. You get him like in a hold that's got him like down on the ground as Emil's just struggling with you for a while.
5 because of specialties.
Yeah, 5 because
No,
of special.
I already enabled that. That's why I rolled. There's an extra dice roll there, and roll 20 just shut down.
Oh.
It didn't like you questioning it.
You have
I'm
questioned the
back.
roll 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
Flower.
Emil, I told you, you're not touching the flower. What are you doing?
It smells so pretty.
I don't care how it smells. You're not touching the flower.
Smells so pretty.
I'm just gonna like headlock him on the floor and try and keep him from being able to move. Emil, look away from the flower. Now.
I need you, Leslie, to roll me something else. Give me a second here. You're going to be rolling something for a second.
Oh, good. I'm so excited.
No, wait, was it do not touch the flowers or do not touch the flower?
Good question.
Before I was saying don't touch the flowers, but now I can see you going for the one surrounded by skeletons, so I'm saying don't touch the flower.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, the sign.
Please roll me your self-control, Leslie.
Ooh, that's my best stat.
Mm-hmm.
Also one of my best.
Your best
skills.
virtue? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or best virtue.
Yeah.
I need to find something that's equivalent to it, though, because it's a 5.
Yeah.
Obtenebration, I can roll that.
Yeah.
No, I can't, because that's not an actual stat.
Yeah.
For generation, no, that's not an actual stat. Do I have nothing that's a 5? I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna roll.
You might have a combination of 2 dice, which are 5, like something that's like a
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a really good point.
4 and a 1.
Idiot.
Yeah. It'll work.
Strength is 3, athletics is 2. Perfect.
There you go. There's your 5.
Oh, it's because he's in a grapple hold and I have my eyes done it, isn't it?
Nope, this is something else.
Oh, okay.
He's probably not looking at your eyes, I'm gonna be honest. Okay.
That's fair.
Leslie, you get the weirdest feeling in you. As if, like... And this is like a feeling you probably haven't had forever. Something was tickling you.
What? What?
A strange voice would be like... which technically both of you would hear, but one of you is totally enamored with a flower and therefore doesn't register it currently because they super botched on it. Your voice...
Yep.
You're no fun. Come on. Just join the rest of them.
No, I will not be joining the rest of them.
Gucci, 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 goo. Let him go. Let him do it.
Would you stop that? I don't... You can't tickle me.
Sure I can.
No, you can't.
Sure I can.
I'm dead.
Yeah. That hasn't stopped it from working before.
What do you mean walking? Who are you? Where are you? Are you invisible like the doorkeeper?
We're not invisible. You just can't see us.
Well, why can't I see you? I'm not of the blood. Yes, he's... What is the blood?
The one who created this area. He made a deal with us long ago.
Well, what are you?
Fey folk. You didn't realize that?
Oh, god damn it.
We protect the site. But I guess you've technically passed the test. You're no fun.
Would you rather I ended up a skeleton like the rest of those?
Well, I mean, that's funny.
What do you mean? You're a horrible creature, you know that.
Does my enthrallment fade?
It eventually does.
Okay.
Leslie's still holding you in a headlock until he gets some answers here.
Take your key and go. You've passed the test of this flower garden.
Where's the key?
It's one of the scones.
It's one of the scones. Of course, it's one. Is he free, or the moment I release him, is he going to try and run after that flower again?
Give me a second. There's this clapping noise, and then the flower like stops glowing.
What happened?
Emil?
I was about to sniff. I was sniffing some juice, and can you? Why am I?
You are trying to touch the flower.
What? Oh, what? Did something happen to the flower?
Congratulations, travelers. You have passed. There's a voice coming from nowhere, Emil. You've passed the great test. Now go on your way.
Is this the only test? I'm still not letting Emil go.
I mean, it sounds like no.
I mean, maybe?
You're lying, aren't you?
I'm not saying anything otherwise, but no one really passes this one in the first place, so... I can't remember?
The one who made a deal with you, is he still here?
Oh no, he left a long time ago.
Well, that's a blessing at least.
Though occasionally he sends messages.
He does, now.
Sure.
How?
Mm-hmm.
Right, you're Faye. Why are you even, you're Faye, why did you strike a deal with him?
He gave us some stuff we wanted. Very shiny things.
Kind of shiny.
That's for us to know and you to find out.
Well, proposal here for a moment. If I know what kind of shiny things you want, maybe we have shiny
You
things.
can't even see us. He's the only of your kind that can see us. He's got some kind of mysterious gift. Maybe he has fey blood in him.
Apparently I can speak to you. Wait! You're
No.
real!
We chose to speak to you because we are dressing you for a test. Duh! Most of the time we could speak to you. We just choose not to because you're there and annoying and all like, blah, 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 blah. We'll suck the blood out of people.
I do not sound like that!
I dark and broody. Grr, grr.
Okay,
Wandering
that
around the
one might be
darkness.
closer, but shut up! I swear, you have the mentality of a child. So the Malkavians, they're not crazy, they actually can hear you.
Oh yeah. They can hear a lot of things, not just us.
Not just, oh. Okay.
I mean, I think they're crazy too. But they're nice crazy.
You know, I know I don't need to breathe, but this is still uncomfortable.
You are staying right there until I have some assurances. Mister, I want to become a skeleton.
He'll be fine. Just take your cookie and go to the door and pass the
Is
test.
the cookie going to detach from the table this time?
It was always detached from the table. You never tried the
But
cookies.
not the cup!
No. I mean, there wasn't
Side
even
point.
water. It's an illusion.
Right. We'll get out of your hair. So there was nothing in the cup.
No.
Oh.
There.
That's the mystery solved.
Just
You
an-
better not run for the flower again.
I definitely do not want to.
He'll release you.
Uh-huh. You're currently not running for the flower. But for some reason, you really trust these fey folk.
Oh, fun.
Are you still... Who... God, I can't even look at you. Fey creature, are you still here?
I mean, yeah. I work here.
You work here.
Yeah.
How long has it been since somebody was here?
Oh, I don't know. Few centuries, maybe? Look, I'm not always working here. Sometimes I go back home. And this is
Like
only
a
my
9 to 5
shift.
thing?
There's another one who's on the shift for the other part of the day, but no one really shows up during the day, so we don't usually have to worry about that.
Right.
But we do have a day shift.
If one needed to contact your kind, how would they go about doing so?
Talk to a Malkavian. Certainly one that's at least powerful. Or, there are others out there that can talk to us. You just have to find them. See, I have a job here, so I'm talking to you. But most of the time, I'm going to ignore you. Because you're all like, blah, 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 shadows. As I said, that's just your nature.
You're stereotyping really hard here. Are you aware of this? I don't go about saying, oh, I'm a small fairy creature. I flit around and I act like an asshole towards people because it's funny. You don't see me doing that now, do you?
I mean, that's what we do.
I hate you.
I think you're giving him what he wants, I say, as I pick up a scone.
Shut up! You just about turned into a skeleton. Shut up! Right. Well, we got our key. Which way? Where do we go now?
Back to the door! Good luck! Go to the doorkeeper.
You
Oh,
have-
wait.
Yes.
Great adventurers who have come this far and sought the history of your people.
Are you reading off of a script now?
Return to whence you came, to the great door, and present your key to the doorkeeper. Be warned, there may be more tests ahead. Have a great evening.
That was definitely a script. You just read that off a script.
No response.
Not like he gets a chance to practice it often.
Well,
We know there's more tests now. Goody.
well,
If you run after any more flowers, I'm not going to be able to stop you. I hope you're aware of this. I have almost no blood in my body right now. I am this close to rampaging, except there's nothing to eat here. I'm pretty sure if a human popped up out of nowhere, I'd tear them to pieces.
Here, I say, I'll take out my knife and, hold out my arm. You want any?
Yes!
Okay. I'll give you, 2 blood points. Just
At
to
least
make
that
up.
pays for what it took to restrain you.
Sorry.
Just don't do that anytime soon.
Do what?
If you drink from the same person 3 times, blood bond.
Oh, that, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
aware. That's why I originally passed up, back when the first rampage, well, the only rampage happened, passed up drinking off Nathan, because I didn't know him. But I don't really have a choice here if Emil tries to run after flowers.
Yeah. I'm a little low, too, but I just wanted to even it out.
Yeah. All right, you can head back to the door with said scone.
So, what, do we just touch the scone to the door, then?
You have passed the test.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, there is a voice on the door.
Yes, see, I told you, there's a voice in the door. Well, not in the door, I assume. Where? Okay, I know I can't see you, but
Door!
where are you? Just give me a sense of direction.
The door will kind of move back a little bit and sink down into the floor.
You're not going to do it, are you? You're not going to tell me where you are.
You may pass through the house.
Right?
Very well.
I guess we're going through the house then. Isn't this wonderful? Into the house.
Should we get... Maybe we should go... Before we move forward, maybe we should go back and move some people forward.
Well, there's kind of an issue there. It's going to be very difficult to get Nathan here, for one thing.
I mean, we're gonna need to get him over here eventually, but I would feel better if he's closer to us.
I mean,
This area has light. It's got the glowing moss.
Oh yeah.
theoretically, if we could just grab the model and leave, I don't even need his glow sticks, but... Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't really want to have to try and restrain you again myself.
Alright, so you're gonna go back, forget the
I don't
others.
understand how that thing tickled me. I'm dead! I haven't felt that in
Fey
decades.
magic.
No,
Messing
Should we
with...
take our scone key with us? Housekeeper!
Fine, if you're going to get back other people, you technically have passed the test. Keep it with you and you can frickin' open the door again. Whatever, I don't care. At least some of you passed the test. Just next time, bring them all with you to take the tests, alright?
The
I'll keep
rest
that
of
in
them
mind.
will probably have everyone.
Also, I'd like to fill out a note saying that your customer service is very poor.
Well, thank you. I'll take it to my supervisor.
Wonderful.
They'll probably congratulate him.
Probably. Let's go get them.
Alright. Meanwhile, Nathan, you're sitting in complete darkness. And Samuel, you've been kind of keeping an eye out. Give me another perception alertness. I need to check. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Shoot.
Can I do it?
Oh, God!
No!
I
What
didn't
the
see what that
heck?
was because I accidentally clicked off of stuff. So
Oh,
That is the
no.
one today.
That's the worst I've ever rolled.
Can I do one at like
Wow.
difficulty 10?
sure, you can do one at difficulty 10. That is
All right.
Wow. That
Uh,
is
I
a
did
lot
better
of
than
points.
Samuel.
That's 10 dice. You rolled 10 dice between the two of you. Half of those were the exact same number.
yep.
That is a very
And
low.
only one of them could have beaten a difficulty 6.
That is awful.
Well, that's what you get for leaving the blind up here. And Samuel.
Samuel can see.
That's why I said the blind and Samuel.
Samuel's just enamored by the wall or something.
And Samuel's trying to make friends with a fish.
I'm paranoid, so every sound scares me.
Let's see here. I gotta do some calculations.
I swear to God, if you make the Crocs show up here.
Yep. Um. Alright, let's just roll some dice there. Let's see how that goes. I don't know if that's enough. I probably missed a couple of dice there. That's actually pretty good for you. Let me see here. Just do math in my head. Probably actually a bit more here.
If I might offer a suggestion, once you figure out what's going on,
Mm.
perhaps you could tease us.
I'm going to be
and then
teasing what's
stop
going
for
on.
the day.
This is like the final thing for now. This is kind of the tease up of ending. Actually,
it.
this was what it was.
Beautiful.
Samuel, something is just gonna deck you in the side of the face. You are going to go flying outside and just fall down.
Is the cloud still there? Am I in a cloud now?
No, this is not the cloud area because remember the cloud was outside. You're falling down into the like lake abyss because it just thwomped you. I'm gonna have to figure out some damage here. Fortunately, not a lot of carryover. So 5, 8.
The water blunts the blow a bit.
You take half because it's bludgeoning. That's a good thing. Ooh. Roll stamina fortitude.
Stamina fortitude.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a fortitude roll? Or just get
You just replace it with whatever
Yeah.
you have.
If you have fortitude, you just either do it as bonus dice, or if another skill that you have, that would be equivalent to it. I think and also add one bonus because you technically all of you do have like a light armor on.
is
too.
fortitude like?
Oh, sorry.
Fortitude's a discipline.
Oh, so I don't have fortitude.
Okay. But
So
remember,
then
you all
plus-
have like a light armor though. Remember.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you
so
apply
I'll, just,
Clothing gets +1 to
I
something.
will. I'll do stamina craft because I have 1 dice in craft.
Okay.
Please get like 4 successes or something. don't know how much stamina you have.
Mm-hmm.
Not much.
Okay. Fortunately, you will take 3 bludgeoning, because it was halved. Now, Nathan, you will certainly notice an incredibly large man is standing there, that you didn't see before.
Is he
So
a-
how,
Oh no,
how
no!
does damage...
Oh no, no!
shot?
Oh no!
Okay.
Actually, you don't see anything, Nathan. You don't see anything, Nathan. You're just standing
Do I
there.
notice something go flying past me?
Yeah, the water just moves. Like something like there's all of a sudden this huge like swirl of water, and then you can actually feel there's a much larger swirl of water. As you're plummeting, Samuel, you will see this man kind of leap after you and transform into a massive crocodile.
How do I mark this damage? Is it like...
Dash. It's the dash.
It's the dash.
And is the dash just 1? Is the way it works?
Yeah,
or-
you do like
Brute. How many did you take?
I
3.
took 3.
Yeah.
So bruised, hurt, and injured would all have that dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if every box becomes full of a dash, then you start again at the top, changing dashes to slashes.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you ever get slashes up to top, that's when you go into Topor. If you get the X's up to top, that's when you automatically die. Because those are aggravated.
Yeah.
I'm very close to.
Yeah. But yeah, no. You're plummeting like, a few hundred feet into the abyss as this man is changing into a giant crocodile above you.
Is it an albino crocodile?
Yes.
Oh god.
Is it like 25 feet long?
Oh, very long. Can you give me intelligence occult, Samuel, the last roll, because you might recognize something here. It's popping up eventually. Holy crap!
Wow.
All
I
right,
recognize him instantly.
you are like, you are filled with dread, as this is the second 4th gen child of Set that you've met.
Oh god, of course he's after me.
This is Sobek, the only known Mokale abomination.
Oh, we're fucked.
Uh,
Oh, we're fucked. You're fucked. Wait,
I'm so fucked.
Let me put it this way.
So far away.
He probably doesn't want to kill you. He would have already if he wanted to.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he's dicking with you for some reason, and you do not know what it is. But he is here. Oh yeah, his hybrid form, I made it like, because they'd only tell him that his normal, like, animal form is a massive albino crocodile that's unusually large sized. I'm guessing his in-between form, some kind of dinosaur that was swimming around you in the water.
Oh.
Like a
So it
plesiosaur?
was Nessie.
It was Nessie. He changed into Nessie and was swimming around you, watching
This
you.
is the second 4th gen child of Set that he's encountered.
There was
Who's
perhaps,
the first?
that was Nefertiti
When?
in Germany, when they went to Germany while you were away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, Samuel wasn't with us at that.
Oh,
yet.
no. Yeah, so Samuel hasn't met that one either. Well, this is the first one you've met. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
this...
it's the second one I've met, except I haven't yet met him.
Yeah, because he actually didn't notice you, fortunately. Auspex is not his thing.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, followers of Set. They get Obfuscate, Presence, Serpentis, plus he probably took all the physicals. He's a Mokale. And an abomination. So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Just you wait. As soon as I hit the ground, I'm sinking into
Apparently,
it.
apparently, because Helios's graces are very powerful, because Helios, the spirit of sun, is what gives Mokale their power rather than moon, like werewolves. Normally, they can't become abominations. Only because Set, the 3rd generation, used incredibly powerful dark abilities and dark vampiric magics, was he able to create this one time.
Good. Great.
Mhm.
Good.
He is described
This
as
wasn't
one of the
already-
he is described as one of the most terrifying beings to ever walk the earth.
Yeah, he's
as if this
scary.
situation wasn't already fucked up enough. So Carpe's shout out because he has to go.
Yeah, Carpe shout out because he has to go.
The Carpe Diem. You can find me places and doing things like this on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worm.
I'm Diamondworm. You can find me on twitch.tv/Diamondworm or @Diamondworm on Twitter. I'm not streaming this Thursday, but I'll be back to streaming next week.
Dunce.
Hey, I'm Dunk TV. You can pretty much search Dunk TV everywhere except for Twitter, where I'm Dunk TTV, and you'll find me.
And Umber.
You can find me here on Tuesdays being a crispy piece of bacon and trying not to die.
Sounds about right. And myself, Tantan Dracovin. You can find me here at very least most days of the week for both Saturdays for discussing tabletop discussion show where we talk about the tabletop news of the week and some interesting topics. Mondays for Records of Evil, Lawful Evil D&D games set in favor in this game on Tuesdays. All of them are at 2 p.m. EST approximately. And then on Thursdays... Yeah, see you later, Carpe. He's got pop off. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I can finish up and you can pop off. The cameras will just be wonky. Yep.
The cameras will absolutely be wonky.
Yep.
See you guys.
Yep. Thursday we're theoretically moving from 8:30 to 9. We got to move it again. We had to move to 8:30 because of an issue with one of the players, and now another one of the players is having it's a good issue. They got a promotion at work. So, I mean, new hours, though, with that. So, they're not going to be able to maybe join us till 9. So, we're talking about setting that up at 9 for Children of Wrath. Probably going to, more around midnight. That's just an update on that one. That's a Magic: The Gathering World of Dominaria. So, Magic meets D&D. And then, yes, as Lightning was reminding me, tonight at around 8:30 on the Unfunny Ones channel. Is it the Unfunny One? Or just Unfunny One?
I think it's Unfunny One.
Yeah, Unfunny One's channel, twitch.tv//Unfunny One. Playing Star Trek. I'm a player in that. I do recommend checking that out. That's a fun one to see. Some interesting things. It's a really great system. Very different than these systems here. But yes, now you know, hey, that botch last week.
Yeah.
This is what I added in it. I was going to have some other kind of thing opposing you that was relatively dangerous, that was maybe not theoretically wasn't going to be trying to kill you, but basically oppose you. And in this case, I made something very dangerous that could kill you if it wanted, but that's not why it's here. It wasn't asked to kill you. It's got a different job, and menacing you is in part of that, though. Anyway.
Swear to God, if the cat did this.
Nope. You've got plenty of other actual enemies. Let me put it that way.
We had a whole party of them once.
You did. You brought all your friends and enemies together for a huge party, and it was wonderful.
There was gunfights and war and explosions.
But anyway, we should get going, and next week we can resolve some more tests from Malkov because he loves you guys, and hired fairies to show up and take his tests, which is really weird, but also makes sense for a Malkavian. Anyway, and then there's also an abomination that in the waters around you.
I'm really glad that I put an extra point into willpower with that level up. Now,
so until
I really should have put points into willpower at
willpower
some point.
Is really
I'm still with my basic 3.
It's pretty bad. And you rolled so badly. Look, you've got a penalty against all other willpower for fairies the entire time now. You're gonna be the worst here. You botched.
Yeah. I double botched.
Anyway, I wasn't gonna take Nathan's botch because he couldn't see anything. He was blind as a bat. So but Samuel's he got in the way.
Got in the way. Oh, he's not even going for Samuel. He's coming for us.
He might be interested in what you're doing because someone hired him to be it.
Or somebody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking slap him. I'm gonna slap him with my feral claws when we get back.
Good luck on that one. as you fall deep into the water 200 feet down, and Nathan's like, "Yep."
We're renaming this place the Grave of Samuel.
Yeah.
I feel my line of thinking right now is he doesn't want to kill me, right? He's not trying to kill me right now. So I'm just thinking he wants me to fight back because he wants me to prove how cool I am.
Look, I gotta admit, he got he's got like 20 dice to deck you because he's got like a
Shit.
bunch of potents and then brawl and strength, which are both above 5.
Yeah, my line of thinking is just like me attacking him will make him respect me.
And the fact is he's not even using his like big old like dino form, which is probably like huge, massive, and monstery. He's like, I'd manage to be something more akin to like a what's it? Not plesiosaur, mosasaur. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
And he's gonna be sliced up.
Anyway. Until next time, farewell, everybody. Goodbye.